Do we use the headphones, or are we just...
No, just stay on the microphone reasonably. All right, we are back with some games from a rotisserie draft of Anthony's regular cube. Links in the description for both what a rotisserie draft is and what the regular cube is. I've already played 4 matches. You've played none, though, right? So I'm currently 3-1 with this blue-black ninjas deck that you see here before you. Because it was a Roto draft, I got to actually get all 3 of the ninjas in the cube because Anthony doesn't really like to have very heavy themes. It's not like I've never seen anyone actually draft a regular ninjutsu deck that you could call a ninjutsu deck in a normal draft environment or a normal 8-player booster draft. But I managed to get all 3 of them here, and then a bunch of end of the battlefield creatures and some cheap removal and interaction. So tempo deck. I'm trying to stick a threat, ideally a ninja, and keep the board clear enough to continue hitting. And then I got a lot of evasion to close out the game eventually with all my various flyers. I think one of my shortcomings is mana fixing, not because I didn't have a chance to take more mana fixing, because I can't run more tap lands.
Yeah.
So, my fixing is fine. It's not good, it's fine. The double black for skin render is a little rough, but that's okay later in the game. So that's one of my weaknesses. And I don't know, this matchup is kind of questionable, I dare say.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go. I'm playing a zombie build of a Rakdos aggro deck. So I just kind of slammed what I think to be the best payoff in zombies, which is Diregraph Colossus, and then I quickly took Gravecrawler and Carrion Feeder. It's kind of like the idea being that's going to be my main engine, and I'm just going to draft around and do that kind of thing. And then red wound up being pretty untouched. I think there's a couple of red drafters.
So weird.
There's 3 red drafters.
There ended up being red drafters, but there weren't in the very beginning. It took a while.
Yeah, we all kind of wanted different things, or we had different evaluations of cards, so we didn't actually feel like we were cutting each other. So I also just have in my sideboard just a very good, A+ in my opinion, red aggro cards that I'm just not playing because I want to test out the zombies stuff.
Yeah, On-Crop Crasher definitely one of the better cards in the cube.
For sure.
Same with Abbot of Carol Keep.
Yeah, and like Andy, my mana isn't particularly good on account of not really being able to afford too many tap lands. I've got some of the the bounce lands just because it's, I'll just play those. But I think the zombies, have pretty high cost requirements. We'll see whether or not it comes out smoothly. In a lot of the gold fishing I've done, Relentless Dead has been a dead card in a lot of hands, so we'll see how it goes.
Evens or odds, James?
Odds. All right.
I've done it.
Damn it.
I'll take the play.
Sounds good.
Good luck.
Your deck looks really good. I'm excited that your deck is doing well.
It's really fun. I do think that the matchups that are left are some of my worst matchups. I really don't know what to make of Nate's deck, to be honest. I guess we'll find out. Mm-hmm. But I was more confident about early matchups than about later matchups. But I'll keep this hand. We will do the hand thing where we show our hands.
I'm going to mulligan, so...
and then this is the button I press to do this. Yeah, all right, here's my opening hand. It's not perfect. You can see why, but it's fine. Can't throw this back in an environment like the regular cube.
Okay, we're keeping this one. It's pretty simple mulligan, I think. Also, I've got, the lands I need, and I've got some things to do with them. I'm going to be putting this back just because the game has to play out a specific way for that to be relevant. So.
Come on down, buddy. If you want to just swing around and actually walk behind that screen and then sit in the chair back there, you can even talk if you want. Sure. In the recording, we'll do a little commentary. Sadie. No one cares. Nobody cares. All right. You're keeping 6.
I am.
You bottomed a card.
I did.
All right. I will lead on Fetid Pools and say go.
All right. Draw.
We're not streaming. We're just recording.
Testing the video. Make sure my hand shows up.
All right. I'm just going to play a swamp and pass.
All right. Untap. Draw. Island go.
All right. I'm going to play a Fiery Islet. I'll take a damage and go to 19.
Well, I gotta focus the right thing, otherwise my life total tracker won't work. I gotta go here. Have my mouse here. Oh no, not like that. All right, there we go. Now I can press this button. Wait, I'm player 1. I can press.
You can go to 19.
Button.
We can all go to 19.
There we go.
I'm going to try for a Dreadhorde Arcanist.
I'll counter that with
Yeah,
Make
that makes
Disappear.
sense. I'll pass the turn after that.
All right, I'll untap. I will draw. I'm going to play an island and a Fairy Seer.
Sure.
ETB Scry 2. Well, I got to keep that, I guess, but I don't really want to. All right, top, bottom, and pass the turn.
All right, draw for turn. I'll play another swamp. I'll take a damage, go to 18. Play Rixmati Reveler.
That's fine.
I'll discard a Silent Clearing and draw a card.
Sure thing.
And I'll pass to you.
All right, untap, draw. I'll play Frost Trickster, tap down Rixmati Reveler, it doesn't untap. Play Demir Aqueduct, pick up an island, attack for 1.
Take 1.
Got you at 17. Pass the turn.
I'm gonna Lash of Malice here, Trickster. It's a 2/2, correct?
It is a 2/2.
Okay, I'll
now
do
it's
that.
a 4/0.
All right, untap. Draw for turn. Oh, this is tapped, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't attack. Yeah, correct.
I will play Read the Bones and take 2.
The bones. The bones.
I'm reading them.
All right, got you at 15.
I'll keep 1 on top and put 1 on the bottom.
Same.
Draw
Same twinsy.
2.
That's what I did on my Fairy Seer trigger.
And I'll pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw. Interesting. Baleful Strix.
You got it.
Trigger. Draw.
Off the Aqueduct. That's clean.
Clean. I'll play a Mutavault. Attack for 1 in the air.
Take 1.
Got you at 14. Pass.
Man, you took that Mutavault and I was upset. I wasn't that upset.
I knew you might want it. Did you know that Infiltrator triggers on any ninja hitting?
Yes.
The gold ninja. It isn't just itself, it's any ninja.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I did not know that. All right, I'll go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll attack for 2.
I will take 2, go to 18.
Digraph Colossus.
Yeah, let me read that one.
I have 1 zombie in my graveyard, so it will enter with a +1/+1 counter if it resolves.
Rip him to shreds, Sadie. Go get him. That resolves.
All right.
And here's your +1/+1 counter.
Yippee! All right, I'll pass the turn after that. And then he's just going to fucking murder it or something.
Yeah, I'm going to Obnix's Cruelty that on
Exiled.
step. It is exiled. I will untap. I will draw.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to. Did I play a land?
I
that
don't
turn?
believe you did play a land because I played a bounce land. So
Okay,
I'm going to play
so-
5th land,
Yeah, I don't.
6th land. Yeah, so you're good if you didn't.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on in. We're not streaming. We're just recording. That's your seat there. How you doing? Good to see you, friend. All right. I did draw for turn already. I will play an island. He's just like, someone's here. All right. I'm going to animate the Mutavault and swing in for 4.
Okay.
Got you at...
I've not looked at my life total since.
Got you at 10.
Oh no.
And how many cards in hand?
4.
Let's also go ahead and Dungeon Geist and keep that
Sure.
tapped down, and I'll pass.
Dungeon Geist, huh? Oh, this is tap down. Draw.
I'll record matches between you guys
Ooh.
too. Yeah. I love that sweater.
Interesting.
Looks great. Get this out of here.
Dreadhorde Butcher.
Yeah, I'm tapped out. F6'd over here.
I will bedeck the Dungeon Geist. -3/-3. Or, I'm sorry, +3 -3.
It's a 6/0.
I'll come on in for 1.
And that's gets bigger when it hits me, and then when it dies, and table equals its power or number of counters. It's power.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take 1.
And I'll pass the turn to you.
Got me at 17. Making sure that the life totals are still changing. I'll untap. I will draw. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana this turn to play with.
I believe those are the decks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Skin Render on the Dreadhorde Arcanist.
Sure.
Or Dreadhorde Butcher, the other one. So no damage, no power thrown anywhere. I'll go to combat. I'll attack. And then after blocks, I will ninjutsu the Baleful Strix for Ninja of the Deep Hours.
Sure.
You'll take 3.
Uh-huh.
Go to 7. I will draw a card. The land for turn is a swamp. And say go.
7.
See, just relax. You're fine. Here's wee baby.
I'll Daredevil. I'll exile your Obnixilis Cruelty, and then I'll kill the Skin Render.
And this goes to my graveyard or stays in exile?
I believe it is great question. If that card would be put into the graveyard this turn, exile it instead.
So they're both exiled. You got it.
And then I think I'm gonna pass the turn after that.
I'll untap. I will draw. Let's start with my Baleful Strix. Trigger, draw. First strike on that.
Yes.
Daredevil,
2/1.
correct? Fibblethip.
Hell yeah.
Draw. Land for turn is Creeping Tar Pit.
Uh-oh.
I'm in danger. Yeah, you'd be happy to trade with my ninja. Look at your list real quick. Yeah, this is fine, I think. I'm just going to feed this worm the Daredevil.
Okay.
So I lose 2. Got me at 15. I pressed it 3 times. I'll go to combat, and I will attack you. All right, 4, 3.
I'll trade with the...
Yep, that's fine. You take 1. Got you at 6. And pass back.
I think I'm just going to play a Judith, and I'll pass.
Sure. I'll untap. I will draw. One card in hand?
One card.
Does anything blow me out here completely? Not really, no. All right. Let's animate the Tar Pit.
Sure.
Animate the Mutavault. Go to combat. Swing out.
Okay. I will take 1. Fiery Temper the Tar Pit. I will block the Mutavault.
Sure.
Go to damage.
You take 3. And then you ping something.
I'll ping the... Yeah, that one.
All right, I got you at 2. And I'll play it, land for turn, and pass.
Draw. I will sack the Islet to draw a card. Yeah, you got it.
All right. Game 2. All right, I love the game. I press that button. I'm reacquainting myself with these controls. And reset the life totals there. All right. I'm having trouble. I actually have barely sideboarded in any matchup, and I'm sure that's not correct, but I don't know what is correct. Maybe against you. Do I want this? know what? I think I do. Feels a little weird, but I think I'm supposed to do that maybe? Okay, we're going to run it like that, see how it goes. You know what? I got one more change on the draw. One more change on the draw. I'm not sure I was supposed to attack with the ninja there.
Mm-hmm.
Said in that turn I attack with the ninja to trade with whatchamacallit. I'm not sure I was supposed to attack there.
I mean, I had one card in hand. I don't think Judith plus one card reasonably sets. Like, I can't. Like you said, I couldn't blow you out. All right. I guess I'm going to show what I'm saying.
No, I meant the turn I attack with the ninja specifically. Like, just throwing away the ninja.
Oh,
for the,
sure. Yeah, that's fair. I was happy to trade it. Yeah,
I mean, it was like if you do have something like Judith and having less creatures in play. Like, Judith kind of is a problem for my deck on account of all the one toughness creatures.
Yeah. All right. So this is how, or I guess I should.
So bright. Go ahead. You keep talking. I'm just gonna try and.
I'm sideboarding these out just because I don't actually think this is that good in my deck. It's a great card. I just don't think it's very powerful, and I think that this the mana cost requirements are a little too harsh. And the card, when it's good, is usually pretty win more. And this one, I just think this isn't really the matchup for that. So I'm bringing these in instead. I think this is just a cheaper version of that. I think this is pretty good and a more controlling, or a matchup where card advantage seems to matter. And then I think this is gonna, if I play this, I think it's gonna be really good. So that's how I'm sideboarding.
It looks at sideboard now. All right, minimal sideboarding. I'm taking. No looking, James.
Yeah.
Taking this out.
Myself
I'm taking this out because of the number of cheap interactive spells that James
can't
has.
Look at the screen either.
Yeah, you can't look at the screen either. Because of the number of cheap spells that James has that can deal with that, and the fact that it doesn't actually really have any Iron of the Battlefield ability or value. I'm taking this out just on the draw, which I've been doing in every match because it's pretty bad on the draw. And I'm bringing in a creature that is harder for James to kill and another one of these, which I think is better, certainly on the draw than on the play.
All right, I'll take the play. Surprise, surprise.
I got them saying all that, and you're like, I'll take the draw, actually. Oh, no. Next level.
What does it mean? I've crunched the numbers, and I didn't understand any of them.
All right, good luck, James.
Same to you. Ooh.
What are you playing over there, Nate? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'll keep this.
All right, you reveal your hand.
All right.
I'm going to mulligan mine. I'm not going to bother showing the mulligan. It's a one-lander.
I think I need a little bit, but I don't think I need much. So that's exciting.
I haven't tried. Maybe I should.
And I think this just is fine as on curve if I really need it to be. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. I'm going to take 6. I'm going to take 7, go down to 6. You know how it goes.
7 damage, going down to 6 life.
Oofa doofa. Yeah, I mean, I got to keep this. I will show to chat. Not chat, I mean just the viewers now. I'm going to pitch back one of these. It's a pretty rough opener, I'm not going to lie. Especially because of the nature of that particular thing. And, sequencing. But what are you going to do? Sometimes it happens. All right, James.
All right.
Take it away.
Mountain. Lavamancer. Pass to you.
And you have a 1-drop after all that?
Hell yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, I will draw. Play an island and pass the turn. Remember that thing I just talked about, viewer? About the sequencing and the downside of that other thing I showed you?
I would like to go to combat.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack you for 1.
19.
I would like to play a Crypt Breaker.
Ooh, see? That's why I'm checking, because I didn't got to have my keyboard. Crypt Breaker resolves.
I'll pass to you.
This game's going to be quite a bit different.
That sideboard card I said was going to be very good. It's looking really bad.
Aqueduct, go. If that had just been any tapped blue-black land instead, Be in a much better spot.
Oh, that's kind of sexy.
I mean, I got 7 now. I got back up to.
All right, I guess I'm going
unmulliganed
to combat
in
and I'm
exchange
attacking for 1.
Terrible sequencing. All right, 18.
Past you. Oh, I didn't see a zombie token actually. Could you? I'm not sure. It's in one of those 2 boxes. It's probably in the one. Yeah, that one. I would imagine.
This is getting rough over here. So you're definitely making a zombie token.
Mm-hmm.
That's obvious. Can't you do anything about that?
Thank you.
All right, let's go. Fairy Seer.
Oop.
Scry 2.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that nothing weird's happening here. So what's my play next turn? Yikes. All right, let's bottom and top. And then I'm just going to go ahead and drown the Crypt Breaker in Ichor.
Okay, I'll respond by discarding Gravecrawler to make a zombie token. Combo.
Yikes. All right, pass the turn.
Then I'll exile Crypt Breaker to Grim. Oh, wait a minute.
Do it, do it. You won't, you coward.
All right, I'm casting the...
I think Gravecrawler is actually one of the best cards in this cube, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just solid.
It just does things that no other card comes even close to doing in this environment.
Am I casting it this turn? Yeah, why not? And I'll go to combat and attacking for 3.
Yeah, I'll trade with the Lava Mancer.
Sure.
That's fine. I'll take 2. Got me at 16.
Past you.
I will untap. Draw a card. Let's play a Mutavault. Baffle Strix.
You got it.
Trigger draw. Pass the turn.
Is Drown in Ichor the proliferate one?
It is, yeah.
Card's so cool.
I don't think I have any way to put +1/+1 counters on my creatures. It's just a -4/-4 in my deck.
Yeah, not drawing the 3rd land is starting to be a little rough.
I think it's starting to be cool. It's very Manic Pixie Dream James of you. You're so random not drawing your 3rd land.
Yeah. All right, I think I'll go to combat.
Yeah.
I'll attack for 2.
I will take 2. Got me at 14.
All right, I'll play a Rixamati Reveler face up.
I'm just going to quench that.
Sure.
I don't know if that's correct. But
I'll pass the turn to you.
I would like you to not find lands for a while. That sounds cool to me. All the cool kids aren't
Be
finding
cool
lands.
if you did.
Play a swamp. Cards in hand.
4. 5.
He lied, Judge.
I just can't count.
I'll animate Mutavault.
Sure.
Swing for 2.
I mean, I'll block.
Sure. Pass the turn.
Draw. Okay. I'll go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Attack you for 2.
Take 2. Go to 12.
Yeah, how many cards in hand?
4.
4. All right.
He found the land, folks. We hate to see it.
I'll play Read the Bones. Take 2, theoretically.
Read the Bones resolves. You take 2.
Okay.
18.
Scry 2. Yeah, I'll keep. I'll pass the turn to you.
I'll cycle Fetid Pools with the Aqueduct.
Sure.
Untap. Draw. Alright. Play Island. Go to combat. Attack. And I will ninjutsu in Moon Circuit Hacker.
Hell yeah. Card's so cool.
You take 2.
I love Moon Circuit Hacker.
Got you at 16. I will draw a card. Man, this might seem wild, but I'm going to skin render your Gravecrawler.
Interesting. Okay.
I love noun verbers.
And pass the turn.
Draw.
Don't like how you're looking at my graveyard over here.
All right. I'm going to drown and Ichor your skin render.
I bet you are. All right. So this is just in the graveyard, but the drown is exiled.
And I'll pass the turn to you.
I'll untap. I will draw. Cut down. Attack and ninjutsu in Ingenious Infiltrator.
Hell yeah.
So you'll take 2, I'll draw.
Okay.
Got you at 14.
Card
Draw
advantage is real.
Card. Yeah, no black for my Baleful Strix. So I will just pass the turn.
Cards in hand?
5. One of which is Baleful Strix, and one of which is Moon Circuit Hacker. You know those 2.
All right. I'll play Plague Belcher and put the counter. Ooh.
Or
Remand it, sure. Yeah, I guess I'll do this now. I'll just ulcerate.
Yeah,
Take 3.
it's good. You take 3. Got you at 11.
Go ahead.
I'll untap. I will draw. Play a swamp. Play a Baleful Strix.
Yep.
Draw. Fibblethip.
Sure.
Draw. Pass the turn. Ooh, sorry. Whacking my mic.
You have how many cards in hand?
I have 5. You know about the Moon Circuit Hacker.
Okay. Belcher?
Belcher resolves this
Actually, I'm
time.
going to pay that slightly differently. I'll put the counters on itself.
In response to the trigger, I will put it back in your hand.
Okay.
You just don't get to cast your
Sure.
Gravecrawler.
Pass the turn to you.
Untap. Draw. Combat.
Sure.
Ninjutsu the Baleful Strix.
I'll lightning strike it before damage. Take a
Alright.
damage.
You take 1. You take a damage from your mana too.
Yeah.
Alright, so you take 2. Got you at 9. Then let's replay the Strix. Trigger, draw.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the turn. Oh, look at that. How will anyone know who I am?
The.
And your archetype, of course, the more important one to tell. A black outline.
Cards in hand.
3.
Response to the trigger, I'll cruelty it.
Sure. Cards in hand?
4.
4 cards. Alright, I'll take a damage.
Got you at 8.
I'm going to aggressive sabotage, make you discard 2 cards.
That is a thing you can do. And you'll have 2 cards in hand after this?
Correct.
All right. Kitesail Freebooter, Blood Chief's Thirst.
Has to.
And was that kicked? It wasn't kicked, so I don't
No,
take any damage.
you don't take any damage.
All right, untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Take 2.
Got you at 6. Play a swamp and pass the turn.
Alright. Ooh. Bowmat Courier?
Ooh, look at you go. Sure.
Attack?
I'll take the 1. Go to 11.
I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Go to combat.
Sure.
In for 2?
Yeah, I'll take 2.
All right. Got you at 4. Frost Trickster. Keep the Bowmat Courier tapped down.
Mm-hmm.
And pass the turn.
I'll bedeck the Frost Trickster on the instep.
1 card in hand.
1 card.
I'm gonna kick into the Royal It.
Sure. Draw card. Man, I really shouldn't have traded that Grim Lavamancer. That was my big...
That was wild, to be honest.
To be honest, I just forgot you had a blocker.
This is right there.
You know, listen, it's a very long
Look, I've
table.
been there. I've been there too, James.
Okay. Well, we'll Bone Shards discarding Carnarium to kill Baleful Strix.
I love seeing that.
And we will sacrifice Bowmat Courier to draw a card.
All right.
Oh, interesting. Can I see your graveyard?
What do you have to care about my graveyard? You already played your Dire Fleet Daredevil.
Is that better?
Yeah, maybe it's mind gaming me. Possible.
You have 2 cards in hand?
3, including the Frost Trickster you know of.
Frost Trickster is a little rough.
Could have been a Man of War, Julian. Could have been a Man of War. I know. I would have been playing both main deck for sure. There's the 1 card I missed out on that I really wanted in this deck.
I feel like I have to high roll.
What does that mean? Playing more mind games.
There are dice over there. I mean, this is the high roll, right? You can reveal you're gonna play it anyway.
Oh, you've got the unearth, so you might.
Yeah,
get the
I've got
Daredevil back.
unearth, so
I see,
I'm trying to
that makes
decide
sense.
whether or not I'm
So,
unearthing.
like, what's you have like a blood register for them? Like you cut down.
There's plenty of ways. Well, I mean,
all kinds of stuff.
I'm
in
not
the graveyard to
the
deal
issue.
with
The issue
1/1.
is that targeting Thibblethip puts it back into your deck, which obviously is better than actually just putting it in the graveyard for you. I think, and then
a little better, yeah.
And then you have the Frost Stricture to tap down. What I'm trying to decide is like, do I get a zombie so I can
Are you
get?
gonna get Bomat Courier and just?
No, that's.
'Cause this is tapped, right? I did attack.
Yeah,
Last
you
turn.
did attack.
Just to be clear for Bomat Courier reasons.
But I can also try and get the attack for 1, play Frost Trickster. It doesn't untap. Then you attack for 3. So Grim Lavamancer doesn't actually do. That just kills me.
I think your options are Rigsmedi Reveler or Dare for Daredevil. Like, I think those are the options. This one stabilizes.
Why not simply
or-
Bomat Courier? I'm not entirely joking. It's gonna draw you 2 cards over the next
No.
2 turns.
No, it's not.
Not with the
Because
Frost
that-
Trickster.
It doesn't work.
I do get to tap it if I.
Yeah.
chase away
That's
Frost
the
Trickster.
issue. The
It's to
Frost
draw
the
you
Frost
one
Trickster
card
is
the same way that Daredevil would
making
draw
this
you
a
one
lot
card.
more
You
complicated.
draw the card right away.
Yeah.
And, like you use the Frost Trickster, but like you get the body back in a couple turns after.
Yeah, I think it's got to be the
So it's not
Reveler.
bad. It's like it's only the risk. It still need to draw.
But that one
something.
doesn't draw you a card unless you discard, right?
No, yeah, it still draws you a
It
card.
still draws you a
Yeah,
card.
yeah. You discard a card and then you draw a card.
Okay.
So because I can't discard, I just draw.
I hate the ones that are worded the other way. What's the point of a rummaging bear
Has
if
to.
you can't?
A lot of equivalent exchange.
I'll
It's
untap.
absurd.
I will draw. Tap it down.
Yep.
Attack for 1.
3.
And pass the turn.
I mean, that wouldn't be good anymore, right?
Stun countered
Oh, it is stunned. Yes.
It
yes,
is,
yes.
yeah, tapped.
for the stun counter.
Yeah, you got it. I just drew more lands.
Yikes.
I shouldn't have.
Hand was gas.
Yeah, it's small on top. Still. Yeah, you probably got left.
Yeah.
but I guess it
Good games,
depends.
James.
Yep.
Which one was best? Really depended on what was also left in your deck. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was also thinking like I can get Crypt Breaker back. Lets me get the Gravecrawler back, but I didn't.
The Gravecrawler not blocking matters in that exact spot where
exactly.
it doesn't matter otherwise, but
I don't think you can because it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So like you're like same spot as the Rigsmedi Reveler, but you're down a card and you still need to stabilize over the next like.
Yeah.
Like you have one draw to draw something, which I think is just asking too much. At that point, you like either because like the Rigsmedi Reveler does stabilize by itself, assuming he has all blanks outside of that. So it just kind of depends. Like
it doesn't
That-
stabilize by itself with the Frost Trickster he knows about.
so it does because I think right?
Trickster flies.
Oh, it flies.
It's not Frost Links.
Yeah, I should probably just be playing on
So
Earth.
it's like
Grandpa. Someone else want to play James?
it's a wind drake that taps